ever since the Idaho 4 documentary came out on Netflix, there has been a resurgence of people posting content saying that other roommates were involved somehow, that they assisted Bryan Kohberger, that they're hiding something, that there's a conspiracy or a cover-up. And quite frankly, that's just ridiculous. First and foremost, Bryan Kohberger is not an individual who is going to ask anybody to help him commit a crime. He is so narcissistic, there is not a universe in which he says, hey, guys that live in this house that I'm going to target, do you guys want to help me go and kill, like, all of your roommates? That's not going to happen. Bryan Kohberger is an individual who said, you know what, I think I can do this, I'm going to go and do it, and I'm going to prove to people that I'm this big, bad, evil guy. That was it. That was really all that happened. There is no conspiracy here. Like, it is what it is. And I understand people have a really hard time comprehending the fact that one individual could do something so heinous and be such a violent, evil individual. It's the same reason all those conspiracies started coming out of the Epstein files, is because people could not physically comprehend that it is what it is. There's not an extra level to it. What you get is what you see. And part of that is a coping mechanism that we as people have, but in the process, we are re-victimizing people who already had a shitload of speculation placed on them in the first place. And one of the biggest things I see is people going, well, I wouldn't have waited that long to call 911. That's great, Susan. You also don't know how you're going to react until you're in a situation like that. And as somebody who works in law enforcement, it actually makes a lot of sense that they waited so long to call 911. I cannot tell you the amount of crimes, heinous and violent, that people wait hours, even days to report. And when you ask them why, they themselves don't really have a good justification for it. They don't really know. On top of that, we have a biological response when we are put in dangerous situations. It's not just fight or flight, it's fight, flight, freeze, fawn, okay? People a lot of times freeze. A lot of individuals don't want to admit that they're that type of person that's going to freeze when their life is threatened, but a lot of people do. And if you take that freeze response and you compound it with the fact that when you are placed in a situation that is incredibly traumatic, incredibly stressful, and you have a massive adrenaline dump, there is time distortion, okay? Things either get really, really fast or really, really slow. There's a chance that minutes turn into hours in like a second to these individuals. And on top of that, it's not uncommon for people to dissociate in an event like this. Shock is a thing. Like, there are so many biological explanations for why somebody wouldn't call 911 right off the bat. On top of that, you don't know if he's still in the house. You don't know if he's going to leave and he's going to come back. Like, there are so many factors that explain why behaviors were done the way that they were done. It is not some evil, awful conspiracy amongst the roommates to have their friends killed. That's ridiculous. And I know some of it is just clickbait and people trying to farm views, but it's really just a disservice to other victims that were involved in what happened. They're going to have to live with the fact that they survived a massive tragedy for the rest of their lives. And that particular tragedy has now been immortalized in a documentary. We don't need internet detectives, people who have no experience in anything related to criminology, psychology, law enforcement, etc., making stupid-ass videos when they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And I know a lot of people have asked me to look into this case, to analyze it for myself, and I understand that. I personally will not be doing that. There are a lot of reasons for that. The biggest one is that it just really hits close to home for me, and I'm not going to put myself through that. But I did want to hop on here and talk about really the stupidity of some content creators and dispel some of the rumors, because it just doesn't make sense.